Hey guys, I just wanted to do a little video on how to adjust a headset for your voice system. You can buy an amplifier for like $50 to $60, and the amplifiers come with a headset. It's fine, works great. The problem I have with the headsets is that they're kind of one size fits all, and that size is ginormous. So if I were to put this headset on, it's just absolutely no use to me. If I were to leave it just like this and put a helmet on, oh, the mic just moves around. The mic has to be very stationary so that your voice is always being picked up. So basically what I'm going to do for this is we're going to bend the metal frame so that it conforms to my head better, or your head, whoever head you're making it for. So basically the way I start with that is I figure out how much bend I want to take off of the earpiece and the back section here. We're going to bend it down so that the band here runs around part of my head right where the top of my neck and the base of my skull meet, and that'll get it nice and tight in and prevent it from moving around. So if I do a little test fit here where I want to be, I can kind of see that I want to come down about an inch or so, and we'll start there. So very simple tools of the trade. I'm just going to take a needle nose pliers and start bending on this frame, and I can see that I maybe need a little bit more on that opening bend to be where I want to be, and that looks great. And then from there I just kind of grab on the frame where I feel it's starting to pull away from my skull a little bit, where it's getting loose, and that's right about here. So we're just going to kind of start bending this whole frame in because we need to take all that excess slack out. It's not going to look very pretty when I'm done with it, but it will be usable. That's starting to get pretty good. Just kind of keep playing around with it until you get it in the right spot. Now, as you can see, this part runs around the back of my head, and then this piece I've taken out probably about 3 inches out of the total loop. And this whole piece almost like wraps around my ear because it's so much extra. You could just cut that off if you wanted, or you could just leave it. I kind of just leave it that way. I can kind of use that to wrap around the ear a little bit and help it stay into place. So that's just kind of the first phase, is to bend that loop so that it conforms to your head a little bit better. The next problem with these headsets is that this thing is just so flexible. It essentially is of no use, because as soon as you move your jaw or your lips get a little too close for it, it just pushes that mic right away from your mouth. And the key to always having good pickup is that this mic tip needs to be right on your mouth. Otherwise it's not going to pick up everything it should. So my solution for that is good old-fashioned copper wire, because you needed something that is just flexible enough that you can still bend, yet not flexible enough that it's going to bend on its own. So what I do is I just I take a little section of it, and I am going to strip off the jacket on one end, maybe about ½ inch in length. Take my needle nose pliers, and I'm going to put a little loop bend in it. That loop bend will connect right at the back of the mic unit here, and then once on there, I will pinch it tight so that it kind of stays in place. And then I am going to pretty much follow the mic unit all the way down to the end. Just to help things stay in place, what I'm going to do is slap a piece of electrical tape on right at this point, so that the wire stays in place there, and we'll also tape down at the end towards the mic tip so that the wire stays in place there, and then you're pretty much set. So we've got wire in place, and we figure we'll have to cut off a little bit. I made a little too much, so that's fine. We'll just clip it off, and then I'll go through the stripping process where I'll strip a little off the end. And it appears that this is 14 gauge wire. At least that's the part that seems to be stripping. That's the section that seems to be stripping well. Same thing, I'll make a little loop at the end so that we can attach the thing to the mic. Oh, bummer. I snapped it right off. Alright, so got it kind of affixed to the mic at the end here, so I'm just going to go back and tape over it like I did with the first one. Or the first side. Boom. Now you're all set. Now you just kind of have to slap the headset on and give the mic a good little bend so you get it in where it's going to sit right on your lips and stay. So now I can put a helmet on. That mic tip doesn't move. It is stationary on my mouth. I can talk as much as I want. The mic doesn't get pushed away. You're all set. Looks like about an 11-minute project. So I hope this helps if you have problems with your mic tip not staying in place. Thanks.